All right, hey, what's up, guys? So the new Golden Pursuits event just started. There's a whole bunch of things here to complete. We got to complete 5 quests, complete 15 quests, 10 anniversary Jubilee gift boxes. So a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm not going to run down every single one of them. Some as simple as just claiming your daily reward for logging in. But I also want to, like, there's even like Dark Anchor stuff. I wanted to actually, since I haven't done like the whole game on video, I wanted to just get everything on video. It's kind of my goal. Just kind of, I don't know, maybe for myself too, and really obviously anybody who's interested, but really so I could just say that I have everything on camera. So I think I was going to start by doing the world bosses, just to start off. And that would help us get some of the Golden Pursuit stuff done too, and it would also help me, get Miri leveled up, or not even Miri, I mean Ember leveled up like I've been working on. So, but I figured that I wouldn't do Strosa Makai or Betnik because they're new zones. They're like the beginner zones with no bosses. They're just learning. Same with Canarthy's Roost. That's a beginner zone where people, then let's see, what is it? Bleak Rock Isle. Those are beginner zones, so that new people when coming in can kind of learn. They can kind of learn the mechanics or whatever. So I'm not going to do those, but I figured I'll start over here in Glenumbra because this is also where the it's the alliance that I'm in, Daggerfall Covenant, but also the Jubilee event started as well, and that's where the mission is to start it. So is in Glenumbra. So I figured this would be a good spot to go to. So the other thing too is it's been a while since I've done these world bosses. It's probably been months, so I don't even remember exactly who they are, what they are, but I know that for the most part I can solo them, and there might be some new people entering the zone, so maybe somebody will ask for help. We can help them with the bosses too. And I know when I was first starting off playing this, and I wasn't strong enough to wasn't even close to being able to beat them solo. I had to stand there and wait. I would type in the world that I needed help with it, and then I would stand there and wait. Sometimes there'd be people to help you, sometimes there isn't. So I figured that, like I was saying in one of the last videos, to pay it forward and help anybody out that needs help, Well, we'll go ahead and get right into this. Is the first one, Trap Jaw. And we're on a tank, so it's going to take us a little bit longer than normal. Probably to beat him, but definitely one of the downsides of being a tank is this just can be brutal trying to beat these bosses. But at least I have Ember set up as a kind of a DPS, so she should help it go a little bit easier. Oh, we got Arcanist that just showed up. So what we'll do is we'll just now, since we got a DPS help here, see if we can keep them aggro to us and away from our help. Well, this boss is a little more tricky because he moves around. Not as easy to control and keep in one spot. Alright, so he's done. Kind of a cool looking lizard, And we got our Jubilee gift box. Another green companion piece that we'll just probably just sell to a regular merchant and not put on the market because, like I said in the last video, you don't really get much for it. And that's an 827 Arcus, so level 827 Arcanist, so that's not a bad level, you know. All right, let's see what we got from this reward. 3 transmute crystals, a style page, confetti pack. Oh, we got a new blueprint, Dark Elf Trestle, scaled. Oh, we got dragon blood from beating him too. We'll take those. Cool. Alright, so that was the first boss. Let's see, where's the next one? Probably over here. Alright, so I'm going to head over to this way shrine and I'll bring you guys back when I get over to that other boss. Alright, I think we're pretty close to this one now. This one is what? Balefire Island? Oh, is this the... What is that? Is that the dude who summons the skeleton, I think? And we got somebody here. Oh, these are enemies. That followed me all the way down here. Yeah, I remember this dude. Alright, we'll get into this fight. Yeah, there's a skeleton. I remember when I first started playing this one for the first time, this was so hard. Like, these two together, they almost felt impossible to solo, you know. I absolutely definitely needed help with these when I was fighting them for the first time. Ember's holding up pretty good too. I like how she fights from range too. Her and the way I have Miri set up too, as the as like a bow, and she has the bow, and she fights really good from range as well. Or like I have Bastion more of like a melee DPS, and he tends to get himself in more trouble than the rest of my companions. Alright, that was pretty straightforward as well. Let's see what we got from that. Jubilee box. We just got that same one. 5 dragon blood though, that's really good. That's a valuable resource. I got 5 of them. Black beeswax. I don't have a lot of that as well. So definitely getting some valuable resources. Interesting that I would get the style page already, and I already have it. This is the first time I've done this event. So either you're able to acquire that some other way, or maybe I accidentally bought it from a trader one time, or from one of the guild's banks. I'm not really sure. But I definitely didn't earn it, that's for sure. Alright, well anyways, this video can get really long because there's, what, 6 6 world bosses. So that's 2 down of 6. Looks like we got 3 here in a row. So I might as well start down here at the wolf's camp, which that's clearly going to be the werewolf. So I'm going to start heading that way, and then I'll bring you guys back when I get there. All right, I think I'm just about over here to the werewolf. We got a level 27 guy. Oh, we're waiting. We got... Wow, what the heck? Why so many people here to beat the werewolf boss? Oh, here we go. I think that was it. Like, we just absolutely melted those guys. Got another... Mounts, too. It's such a different variety of mounts that almost just feels pretty unique, too. Oh, we got a dome in here. Hell, we'll add this into it as well while we're here. Once you've seen one dome, and you've seen them all here, so... I can't even do anything. The DPS are just killing everything before I can even get into my rotation. I got to run around for kills. I completely missed. Look at that. Like one-shotted him basically.
You anger a powerful enemy.
That's the thing too, like I seen a level 28. Got a couple guys that are higher level than me, a 1683. There's a level 2000 guy here, but look at, there's a 28. So that's huge for him, you know. This has got to be maybe the same guild or something. A level 19 is here too, so that's a newer player. So it's like a good mix of veteran players and new players here. Okay, we're going to head over to this next boss. I think this is the crab looking dudes. I can't think of the name of them off the top of my head, but I'll bring you guys back in a second. Alright, I think I'm just about here. I see another person over there, but I don't think, yeah, I didn't open this Jubilee box, so let's take a look at this. Luminous ink, which I don't have a lot of, but is considered a rare item, but really not anymore. But I don't have a lot of them, so I definitely will take it. And it looks like this boss is on cooldown as well. Oh, here we go. This is just a zombie guy. Okay, that was pretty straightforward.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
Okay, what did we get from this one? Yeah, without a doubt, we're going to get a lot of stuff from doing this thing. So, what's that? Ruin? Dragon Ruin? I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced. We definitely will take it. We need it. So there's that boss, kind of like a zombie dude. So they kind of go with the pretty common theme stuff. You got werewolves, you got zombies. There's vampires in this as well. But I don't think there's a vampire boss in this particular region. Although I'm sure there's a delve that has them, but this boss should be right up here. Or right down here, rather. Is this the bear? Yeah. The bear's the next boss. I think that will put us at, what, 4 of 6 done? I will say, though, with the event, there must be a lot of people playing, because there is, like, just a slight lag as well. I noticed, like, when I was going to throw that, it's barely noticeable, though. Like, it probably doesn't even look like it's lagging watching, but there's just a slight, it's like a little sluggish. Oh, I got knocked down. That's a little embarrassing. I should not get knocked down by a early game boss like that. Definitely not on my A game. Hell, I can't read the level. I wanted to see what level that person was. Sometimes it doesn't come up though. Alright, let's see what we got from this box. Another transmute crystal, some pitch, just some regular resources, so nothing too special on that one. Alright, so it's 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's only one world boss left right here. So that's quite a ways down there, so I'm going to make my way to the Way Shrine, and just like the last ones, I'll bring you guys back when I get there. Alright, we just came down here. And there's a whole bunch of people already beating this boss here. I didn't get here in time to get the rewards. I didn't do enough damage? That sucks. Oh well, it's not that serious, I guess. But yeah, that went pretty quick. Okay, well then that's done. So that was those bosses, so. And we did a dolmen, so I guess the only thing left is to do the delve bosses, so I guess I head over to this one. So yeah, same thing, just to cut away all this traveling time. I'm gonna try to bring you guys back a little bit sooner than when I get right on top of the boss. I didn't realize that he was gonna be there already. Like I was gonna be that close and not have that much time to record that with all those people down there already fighting it, you know. But yeah, I'll cut away and I'll bring you guys back when I get to this delve boss. All right, I'm here. I'm surprised nobody's in here, since this is a beginner delve. But it's probably because, I don't know why. Do they not give any rewards? We're about to find out. Oh, it doesn't look, the delve bosses don't give you any, so it's only overland bosses. So it didn't give any, no Jubilee containers, so that's good to know. But anyways, like I'm gonna do these bosses to get them on camera, so I'm gonna bring you guys back when I get to the next one. That's a level 7 Arcanist right there. So yeah, there's a lot of new people. There's always new people joining the game. I don't know why I always hear people say that, oh, the game's dying. And there's definitely new people joining and trying it out. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys back when I get to the next delve. And maybe that was a fluke. Maybe I just didn't get one from that one, but we'll get one from the next one. We'll have to go see. You know, I figured too, now that I entered this delve, that it would probably be good for me to explain to anybody who might be watching that's not familiar with this game, that the world bosses, I probably should do a better job of explaining them, and which there isn't really anything really deep in terms of like explaining the world bosses, other than that like they just fit the theme of the zone that you're in, or like this zone that I'm in, Glenumbra. One of the main storylines of the zone is that your alliance that you're fighting with is fighting like werewolves, and so then there's like a boss that happens to be like a werewolf, you know. It's probably quicker to go this way, I would say. Same with the zombies. There's zombie themed missions in here too. So you're like helping this zone out with actually a couple different things, and the world bosses kind of fit within that theme of the zone, like the storyline and the subplots, but also they might just fit the theme of the zone too, you know. So I think ESO does a good job of kind of making things feel like they belong there, and that it's like you don't like fight a boss and you're wondering like, why is this boss here? Like it fits the theme of either the story arc of the zone or one of the story arcs of the zone, since there's multiple story arcs for each zone, depending on like the main missions and then the sub missions, like I've already said. And the delve bosses fit loosely into that as well. So like that last delve boss we did was a red rook, which is a type of kind of like a outlaw or a bandit, so to speak. And the red rook is just like the group that they belong to, the type of outlaws or whatever. And so we had just beat up the girl there that we had just beat in that last boss. Was like, she was like the leader of that group of them. And so you go in and you fight her minions, and then obviously you beat her, and then that's it. Then you've defeated that bandit group. And now we're in this one, and this one, oddly enough, is supposedly a delve that is controlled by one of your alliance enemy, your faction alliance enemy, All-Merry Dominion, which I find that interesting. And they kind of do that with each zone. Each zone has like will have like one delve or something that is controlled by your enemy. So then you're kind of coming in and fighting to get to the boss. And this is it right here. So this is the main guy, Sincano. But yeah, you don't get them from here. Only from the world bosses. So I was wrong. I had told somebody in global chat earlier that you get them from any boss type, but I was wrong. That was definitely a lie. You only get them from overland bosses, apparently. But yeah, so then that guy obviously was like the captain of this group of All-Merry Dominion, which is part of, is an alliance enemy to us. Oh, there's a chest here. I'm gonna get this. So yeah, I'll probably do a better job. Well, I won't probably. I will. I'll do a better job of explaining any just small details for the background of this, of why you're fighting them, and who they represent or whatever. Just like a brief overlay of about them or whatever. Oh, it's a Dragon Knight like me. Level 43, so just starting off. Okay, we're heading back out. So yeah, I'll cut away. I'll bring you guys back at the next delve. Alright, and we're back here, guys, and I think I'm in the last corridor before the boss in here. So this is obviously a skeleton. This is skeleton themed. Skeleton themed delve.
I hope I helped.
I think I gotta kill these guys and then the boss spawns. Would be my guess. So I don't outright see a boss health bar yet, and I don't see anybody in here. Here we go. This has got to be the boss. Yep. We just triggered on the spawn. It's obviously a skeleton based, skeleton themed delve, and the boss is like a ghost. Just kind of ties all in together. But yeah, pretty straightforward, pretty easy at my level, but when you're first starting off and you're coming in here, you're like level 18 or something, definitely a lot tougher, man. It's not that easy. You know, I see people complain about the overland content of the game, but it's like, it wasn't easy when you first started though. Like, yeah, once you get to like level 1000, stuff is easy when you're coming in the beginner zones, but there's challenging content for you, you know, as you progress levels. Like, but when you're new starting off, like, it's hard enough. You're trying to figure out classes and stuff like that, and how to use your abilities, how to bar swap and all that, you know, so you can use all 10 of your abilities. Like, it's not that easy when you're a new player coming in. Versus, yeah, if you're a new player experienced, you already got good gear and all that. What do you expect the game to be? Like, you think it's going to just be still hard? Like, no, this is a beginner zone that's designed to just kind of get people their first taste of battle, you know what I'm saying, and still encourage them to group up to try to get help with the world bosses, like, you know. So I don't know, I think people be thinking too much like a veteran player, not enough as a new player, you know. But anyways, I'll cut away, I'll bring you guys back to the next video, or to the next boss rather. Brush with death. So I'll tell you, I'm in this delve, and you know, even as many times as I've been through here, there was a mission in here that I apparently missed somehow, you know. It was like a diary or a book or something that I got to bring up and now deliver to someone. So I'm not going to do that on camera, but I just thought it was interesting. I wanted to point out that, you know, even with, you know, a couple thousand hours into the game, you can, and going through this zone probably time after time for different various reasons, you still can come across a mission that you somehow missed or didn't complete, you know? Okay, grab this real quick. Wow, 1,000 experience, we'll take that. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get to the boss. I still got a little ways to go. Actually, you know what? We might be okay here. Don't want to make the video too long, because they can get lengthy. You start doing these videos, and like, when I get to like the DLC zones, I'll probably do like the whole delves, but figure for these for the first beginning game zones, I don't want to, here's the boss. Somebody who controls the zombies and stuff like that, and the bandits that control this one, Bloodthorn Assassins. So the Bloodthorn cult. Yeah, we destroyed her. Yeah, when I do the DLC stuff, I'll probably do more lengthier, you know, not cram it all into one video. But these zones that, you know, people have probably seen so many times, existing players, not gonna just keep throwing this down your throat like multiple videos. Just try to bang this zone out in one video, you know. But anyways, I know this video is getting lengthy at this point, so I'm going to cut away, and we got 2 delves left to try to cram into this video, so I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, we're almost to this next one. It's another Bloodthorn Cultist delve. I also want to point out, too, whoever thought, like, you know what, we can have an ability bar with 5 abilities, but you could swap to, like, another 5 abilities, like, whoever thought of that is a genius, man. What a cool concept, the bar swap. So you can have 10 abilities total, but you only can use 5 at any given time, and you got to flip to like a bar to access your second half of your abilities. I like that, man. Okay, so I'm in. It says the boss is here. Is that one of those things where I got to kill these guys to bring the boss out? I think so. Yeah, I definitely want to give ESO its flowers as much as I can for some of the creative things that they've done in this game, you know? That I think are like defining features and make the game unique. Okay, where's the boss? One of the other bosses wasn't spawned in here. It's funny how every so often the boss will be despawned in here. But usually it respawns really fast. I don't know if maybe over time it just despawns and then it only spawns back when it senses that somebody's here to fight it, or maybe somebody recently came through here and killed it, but then you would usually see these other bodies on the ground though, so it's weird how it decides. Like, I wonder what decides if the boss is already visible or... I don't see any evidence that anybody was in here. Hopefully there's not too much more of a wait, because I know we're getting on crunch time. Try to keep these videos around an hour long. There it is. There's the boss. She just respawned. Oh, the boss is really the skeleton here. Big Colossus skeleton. Alright, so that's down. One more to go, guys. One more to go, and that will end the video. So we might as well get right to it. I'll bring you guys back in a second. Alright, so I think right in this room is the last delve boss we got to do. I wanted to see... So her rapport is up. How much XP? She's almost level 20, where we'll get her ultimate ability. That would be nice. And I think this is the boss right here, right? Yep. Quite a few of the delve bosses have been female in this. That's kind of dope. They kind of defy, you know, strays away from the stereotype. So she was the Red Rook boss, which is another one of the bandit groups here in the game. So she was the boss of this zone and had control of this delve, and now we've liberated it, so to speak, until she respawns, and then the next person will have to come liberate it. But yeah, so that's it for the delve bosses. I guess the only last thing to show, and I think we have just enough time for it, would be the main dungeon. So because the delves are like mini dungeons on the map, and then you've usually got like one main dungeon. So most maps actually most zones actually have 2. But there's one main one, and then there's like a DLC one that they added in at a later point in the game cycle. But we're gonna go see if we can do. Actually, this one has two variants, I think, to the main one, to the main dungeon. So we're gonna go with which is called Spindle Clutch. Pretty easy in terms of where people are at today, but man, there was a time where that was. I remember when that was tough, you know. But we're gonna try to get to that now. Don't know if we're gonna get anybody to run it. We're gonna run it on normal just to maximize our chances of getting in quick. Maybe there'll be some new players in there that we can carry through. But yeah, I'll bring you guys back if we get somebody to run this. Well, it put me right in. One of the perks of being a tank is that usually if people need to run a dungeon, you get in right away. Being a tank versus a healer and a DPS, you know, there's not enough tanks and plenty of DPSs and plenty of healers, you know. So definitely one of the pros of being a tank. But it looks like we're going to have a DPS bail out because only 3 of us are showing that we're ready out of 4. Yep, that sucks. Sometimes, though, it'll push you right back in. Yep, here we go. Surprisingly quick. So then once normally you've done like the whole Glenumbra zone, and there's story missions and all that, but I can't do anymore. I've obviously already completed them with this character. But once you do all the story modes, or all the storylines, and then you beat all the bosses, then this is like your final test. To come in and do the main dungeon, you know? He's just messing around. I remember coming in here for the first time thinking I was going to be able to just do this easy. And man, this was so hard. Do we have any low-level guys? No, that's a 28. I'm surprised he's doing it normal. Well, I'm in here doing it normal, so I guess maybe he has a reason to be in here doing it normal. And so in this main dungeon, you've got multiple bosses that you have to get through to beat it. And when you're a new player starting off, this is usually where you get like the initial best gear that you can get, you know? So here's a second boss, another spider that's bigger than the first one. The whole thing is spider themed for the most part. There's a couple bosses that aren't spider themed, but they were. But these spiders apparently have the ability to like enrage you or whatever, or take over your mind. So that's kind of the theme of this dungeon. Do we go backwards? Am I following the guy the wrong way? No, this is the right way. Yeah, see, we got a level 32 in here. So that's what you generally want to do is... One of the nice things being able to help carry newer players through this, you know? Where is the boss? Right here. Okay. And I will say that I'm not a great tank when it comes to rounding up enemies. not gonna get this chest? I guess not. We are on normal, I guess. Is it a... Yeah, it's a simple chest, so nobody's gonna bother with it. Wow, we shredded that enemy so quick. That boss there, I didn't even get to show you guys what it was. Because they melted it so fast. I think this person who's a lower level is just coming in here with somebody that they're playing with to get carried. And here's the final boss here. I don't know why it's not responding to me trying to chain it. But, oh, so you do get a Jubilee gift box for running this, so that's good to know. So you don't get them from Dells, but you get them from Overland, and I guess you get them from the dungeon bosses. What's this? Intermediate. We'll do this because it's intermediate. Be nice to get like a blueprint I haven't had before or something. Nope.
You've got a talent for finding those.
Let's see what we got in the... Oh, we got a recipe duck soup. We don't have that yet. So there's a new recipe. Alright, that's it for this one. Pretty straightforward and easy. Let's see, leave group. Leave instance. And now we'll see if we can get into the second variant of this one real quick. Oh, yep, we got right in. And just like that quick we got into the search for the Spindle Clutch 2. That was a 147. This is, yep, another newer player. So that's huge to help them out. Sometimes I like playing with the newer players, honestly, because they don't mind sitting here and just fighting the ads, you know, and the trash mobs. Whereas more experienced players just want to blast through it, you know. I don't mind like fighting the mobs, you know, even if I've done it like so many times in a row. Yeah, here's the first boss. So like half vampire, I guess. Or maybe half. Yeah, I guess he's half vampire. Or not half vampire, he is vampire.
Over there, it's Maril.
Sudarin.
Each one of these two got like a mission in them.
Dead. They came in the
which has like a loosely associated storyline with the zone.
This. Where's Atavar?
I don't know. Atavar and Thralor ran further in when we were attacked.
Atavar!
And this is like a gargoyle mission, or this is like a gargoyle boss. I remember this dude seemed so hard when I fought him for the first time too. There, that was pretty simple. Straightforward, obviously. What level of people do we got in here? 54, 46, 148. Oh, we're low key. We got 3 low level players in here, man. I love it. I love it, man.
I was going to rescue you. And I heard her voice.
It's over, Braxton. You can rest now.
Boss.
This dude's actually, it's funny. All these bosses are hard when you come in for the first time, and then every time you beat one, you think, oh, maybe it was just the mechanics on that one, and then the next one's even harder, you know.
Nothing ever easy.
And it never stops as you progress higher and higher through the game. The mechanics get so unforgiving, you know. I think he can heal himself too if I recall correctly. Ooh, that almost killed me. Even on normal. I knew he had like a mechanic that was almost an insta kill. It actually made that harder than it needed to be, but Good thing I didn't die. That would have been embarrassing. Then again, I do that quite often, so I guess it wouldn't be any different than normal.
Don't let them reach Lord Wizard. Destroy.
Okay, where's the boss? That's what I want to know. See the bar. Oh, right here. It's these guys. That's right. Wow, we maxed out that quick on stuff. We're gonna have to just get rid of the trash here in my inventory. 'Cause I'd rather take that and sell it. Okay. I think we're almost to the end. I think this is the end right here. Maybe not. That's right, he hurts you if you stand underneath him. He like goes under the ground. Just like that, we shredded them. Let's pick up more trash though. No, but we're just gonna get rid of these. Take that. Simple, yeah, we're not gonna go back. Okay, so here's the final boss.
I don't like this. Wake up. Wake up.
Have to agree with the elf boss. There's some serious magic here. This place screams ambush.
Ambush. What a lovely idea. Come.
Oh yeah, that's right, he has that punch. Hopefully he doesn't one-shot these guys. He has that punch that I can't. There's nothing I can do to stop them from initially getting attacked by it. Yeah, here it is right here. Oh, they're good. Just like that, he's done. Good job, guys. Alright, what to get rid of so I can pick the rest of this stuff up. Let's get rid of these glyphs. That's good enough. Alright, guys. That's it, man. We'll call that a video. I know it's got to be close to an hour at this point. So, we'll end it here. That pretty much sums up all of Glenumbra in terms of the bosses and stuff like that, but doesn't really do justice for how beautiful the overland map is, and you know what a great beginner zone it is and how engaging it is. But that's kind of the gist of this zone in terms of what you have to do for the bosses, you know. So, but that's it. We'll end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. See you in the next one.